Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be working on the 2002 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD. This is with the 6.0 gas. And today we're going to be flushing out the power steering fluid. So let's go ahead and check it out. And this is, even though it's gas, it's not the Duramax diesel. This is going to be the one that's connected to the brake booster, which is called the Hydro Booster. So you can kind of see right here where I'm pointing, this line, the return line here, runs all the way up, comes up here, and then it connects to your master cylinder on the brake booster. So what we're going to do is right now I'm actually just going to use the turkey baster. I'm going to suck out all the old fluid from here, just so we can go ahead and replace it with new fluid. And then what we're going to be doing is disconnecting the hose here and putting a new fitting hose on it, and just running that off the side here over into a bucket so we can get it flushed out. Completely black, and that's why we are flushing the power steering fluid. Alright, so I went ahead and I used the turkey baster and I sucked out all the fluid out of the reservoir from right here. It took about one of those bottles, so as you guys can see how dirty it was. It was pretty bad. It filled up the whole bottle. It was completely black. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is refill it. I'm going to refill up the reservoir first, and then once we get that filled up, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the return line right here, and I'm going to go ahead and put my new hose on it. It's going to be right here. It's I just got a 3/8. It's just a fuel line. It's the cheapest line that they had at the parts store. I'm going to connect it right here, have it hang over, and go straight into there. So just use a pair of pliers and just pull the clip here, just move it up, and then what you're gonna have to do is wiggle this back and forth until you break it free, and then once you do that, you can go ahead and pull up on it. And use your muscles. Bam! Alright, so we got fluid coming out. So I'm just going to loosely put that on there. And then we're going to go ahead and put the other hose that we got from the parts store. We're going to put it on this nipple here. And then we're going to run it into the bucket. So guys, I actually didn't need to put a bag or anything on that. I didn't have to do anything. Just put a rag under it just to catch the excess that's right in this area. Once that stops draining, you can just kind of push it off to the side. And as you can see, it kind of goes down and then goes down right into the reservoir there. So again, this is a system with the Hydro Boost. Not all Silverados are the same, so make sure that yours applies to what we're doing here today first before attempting this, because these lines are not going to be the same if your Silverado does not have the Hydro Boost. Alright, so right here, I went ahead and I replaced the line. I just got, again, like I said earlier, it's a 3/8 hose. It's just a fuel line. And I have that running into a bucket. So I got 4 feet, and on the 2500, 4 feet was not enough to reach down to the floor. So I can use that bucket. So I'm going to have to use this bucket. It's dirty, it's old, it's fine. I just put some jack stands under it to get some leverage, just so then that way it's just kind of hanging in there. Because it's assisted with the brake booster, we do have to start the truck, and we're just going to apply the brakes a little bit while we're turning the wheel, and that's going to get the fluid to start pumping out. Alright guys, so just finished up that. So I just kept doing it until the fluid came out cleaner than it was. This truck's got 165,000 miles on it, and I don't think it's ever been changed, so it was pretty much black. Whether it was ATF fluid or power steering fluid, it should not have been that dark. So it's never been serviced, so obviously it wasn't going to come out crystal clean. But it's 10 times cleaner than it was. So what I did, the procedure that I found that was that got it flowing the best, was I would slowly press down on the brake, apply pressure all the way down to the floor, and then just slowly turn the wheel to the right, slowly turn the wheel to the left, and I was able to watch the fluid from right here, and that was what gave it a constant flow. It wasn't kind of like just, you know, sporadic and just bubbling out. Another thing you could do is just apply the brakes and then slowly let off. That would kind of give like a little burst of fluid coming out. But the best way that I felt was applying the brake, holding it down, and then turning the steering wheel to the right slowly, to the left slowly, to lock and lock. That's what got it flowing out the best. Look how dark that is. Looks like motor oil. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is take this the fitting off, or the hose. I'm going to reapply the original hose that was on there, reposition the clamp, and then we're going to go ahead and make sure that the fluid is topped off and at the correct level. One more pointer that I have, while working on the inside of the truck and getting the fluid to drain out, I felt it was the best to keep checking and topping off the fluid in the reservoir about every like 2 turns. So you go to the right, go to the left, go to the right, go to the left, come back and top it off. You don't want the pump to run out of fluid, and you don't want air in the system. So I'd say all in all, this whole process, doing everything, including the turkey baster, taking the fluid out of there, probably took me roughly about 20 minutes, maybe even less. And that was, I probably cycled the steering wheel probably, I don't know, maybe 10 times. Wow guys, so the biggest thing that led me to actually checking the power steering fluid on this vehicle was whenever I would turn the wheel and I'd get just about to there or something, I'd feel like tension in the gearbox or in the steering. I would feel like fight back. I don't really know how to explain it better than that, but it just didn't feel right. It kind of felt like there was some hard spots, some soft spots. There was times where the steering wheel would turn really nice and then it'd be really hard. It wasn't necessarily any kind of noise or anything like that. I just felt like the steering was not right. But man, after flushing this, I noticed a difference big time. I mean, it's so smooth. There's no hard spots.